Why I didn't take the picture?
Visit OnFireTV.com for live top stories, breaking news, and original shows.
Oh, wow. Excuse me, you guys. Hi, and welcome to Swap Radio. I am your host, Monica, and I have with me Tony, Chanel, and Jada.
Hey, Jada.
Y'all, she here with us today. You know, it's not normal, but, you know, as y'all can tell, we rolling fast. Tonight is a Ravens game, and I believe everyone on here is a Ravens fan. So, the midget thinks she's coming over here. However, we're going to go real fast, y'all. We give y'all the social media. Monica, you can follow myself, Monica, WLS and the number 2, on Instagram and TikTok. You follow the radio show, Swap Radio Show on Facebook. Oh, this is not good. Wait a minute, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Switch it to Chanel. Chanel, give your information, and then
my Facebook is Chanel Mabry Mills, and you can reach me on Instagram at Rise. That's RISE _ sister SISTA _ CJ _ wife.
It's Tony. You can reach me, Tony Berg, on all social media platforms. TONY Burger, like hamburger.
all right, Tony, I'm leaving it with you. Tell me your predicted score for tonight. Let's go.
27-24 Ravens.
Chanel?
I was gonna say maybe same. I'm gonna go with what Tony said. 27-24 Ravens.
I ain't giving the score. I predict the win.
She don't have no chill when it comes to me.
I don't have no chill on anyone. Let's be real.
You don't, but you get extra points by punching on me. That's just our relationship, but
He act like it's the Mario game, and when I say the coins is going up, no.
that's how I think coins. Listen, I don't care. We see each other at a funeral. She starts
Me?
Immediately.
Soon as she see me.
Oh my gosh!
Why you wear this dirty uniform to a funeral?
I remember. And guess what? That sounds like her. She has no filter at all.
None.
He is lying. I might say don't touch me because he got on that.
You asked me why did I have that dirty uniform on at a funeral?
I don't remember that. Was that one of my uncles or what? Who? Cousin? Who was it?
Yeah, that was your uncle.
Well, then that's probably why. So anyway.
Check out Swap Radio Thursdays, 7 p.m. at onfire-tv.com.
Really? We had to share that. We had to share that.
I'm looking like, what the hell just happened here?
I'm like, what? Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm back. I'm revived. So if y'all only knew what was going on over here.
Okay.
Listen, y'all, this is out of the ordinary. Normally I wouldn't have my granddaughter. However, our schedules got a little crossed up, but it's all good. Y'all gonna hear Gigi a little bit. Y'all gonna, it is what it is. But we're gonna get back on our timeline. I want to run into the Ravens game. I'm a real Ravens fan.
Life happens.
I need to. Excuse me.
I said life happens.
That's true, and
I love hearing her voice. So.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it either.
With what? This child? Y'all
yeah, I got. I'm a grandmother too, so I don't mind. My baby's 6, so I don't mind.
Listen, I'm over Scooby Doo all day. We've been hanging all day. She
That's
keep on
different.
saying, Scooby
It
Doo,
could
where
be
are
Paw
you? You know,
Patrol.
can we watch something else?
It could be Paw
Right.
Patrol.
Clearly, we can't.
Yeah.
It
I
has to
like
be
Paw Patrol.
this. But anyway, y'all, let's get to this first topic because I don't want the people to think we just ramble. You know what I'm saying? We have fun on the show. We like to take sips, some of us. Tony can't because he's at work. But I'll sip for me and Chanel. So
That's
listen,
only
y'all,
that's
first we're
only
gonna
until
discuss.
this is done.
I'm sorry.
I said that's only until this is done.
Well, anyway, Mr. Berger,
I'm
we're gonna
here.
start with the first topic, which is about the squeegee, as they say, the squeegee boy. So if you some of you may not remember, but he allegedly shot and killed someone downtown. Allegedly,
Mhm.
his name was Timothy Went.
Mhm.
I thought about giving that man on shine on here, but no. Listen, let me tell y'all a little bit on the story. So the reason that we're even discussing him because he was offered a plea deal. The teenager, oh goodness, a teenager accused in a fatal shooting rejected a plea deal that Baltimore prosecutors said should not have been offered to the defense in the first place. The plea deal rejected by the 15-year-old squeegee worker called for a 60 year prison sentence and the death of the man, and I'm not going to say the man, I'm not going to keep saying his name. The man who police said was wielding a baseball bat before he was shot in downtown Baltimore in July, actually July 7th.
Mm-hmm.
Now his attorneys are saying that it was rejected because it was ridiculous, and I believe so too because I believe he was 14 when this situation allegedly happened.
Mm-hmm.
There's time for him to be rehabilitated. This is definitely like if, and I'm saying if he did it, it's not like he can't come back from that or, something changes in his life. However, his lawyers are saying that it was no DNA found, his fingerprints wasn't found. They don't have any evidence saying that it was actually their client that did it.
Mm-hmm.
So Warren Brown, which is one of his attorneys, said that he don't think Marilyn Mosby would have ever made an offer like that. According to the state's attorney office, it says that Marilyn Mosby rescinded the offer because unfortunately the attorney assigned to the case single-handedly and deliberately developed and conveyed an offer without the approval of supervisors. Meaning whoever has the case just wanted this boy in jail for the rest of his life, basically.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think about this plea deal? Let's go with Chanel first.
So I pretty much read a little bit about it as well, and like you were saying, they and I'm not making excuses or anything, but I'm just going by facts or the facts that I've been presented with, I've been reading. That like you said, they're saying that they really don't even have proof that it was even that kid. So why would he take a plea deal 60 years, for something that they can't even prove that he done, number one. Number two, I agree with the rehabilitation. He's a child. And I do believe that, with the right treatment, with the right help, the right support, I do believe that, he could be rehabilitated if he really did it.
Right. That's where I'm at. Tony.
I got mixed feelings on it because a lot of people don't know. A lot of people know, but for probably about 10 years now, I've been legally licensed to carry. I don't, however, because when you walk out the house with that gun, I believe that you're going to attract trouble. So I'm mixed feelings on it because he's young. He can be rehabilitated. I feel like the state's attorney office is fortunately or systematic or however you want to do it. They just like, even though it's black people in there as the state's attorney, assistant state's attorneys, they don't give young black men fair deals, as far as like that young man, 14 years old, killing that gentleman. They don't give them fair deals, allegedly killing that gentleman. So, and that just proved it when that state's attorney, whoever he or she may be, made that deal without taking it to supervisors or whoever to get it approved. So that just proves that fact beyond anything that I said. It's just factual belief that they don't have a heart for young man who commits crimes like that in the heat of passion, whatever the case may be. My theory on the actual alleged murder, I ain't even gonna get into that. The young man should be given the right to have a trial and like be able to be tried in juvenile court. And if the facts of the case is heinous enough, then move him to adult court. I'm not going to say my beliefs of it, but that's just what I feel on that topic in itself.
Well, his attorneys are trying to have it tried in juvenile court. They have asked for the proof that he actually committed the crime. Where's the DNA? But the state's attorney has yet to produce that information.
I will say this.
I'm sorry.
I said I will say this because I travel that intersection every day, all day, 3-4 times a day when I'm working my part-time job. And that intersection has several cameras. And they are very clear cameras. Because when I got in the accident there, they went to the hotel, got the footage of the camera. It was very clear. So they don't need DNA per se, but they got him face video on that camera. That's going to be a hard one to come back from.
That's fine, but apparently they don't have anything.
I was getting ready to say pretty much what I read. They don't have any video. They have no audio. They have no witnesses. They have nothing that ties that young man to any of this. So, I feel like, it's going to be hard to prove in court anyway. But I do believe that he does have a right to a trial, a fair trial. And I do believe that it should be in juvenile court if he's going to be tried.
Agreed.
Now, here it says attorney Michael Snyder, who represents the Reynolds family, which is the person who was willed in the bat, who happened to, after willed in the bat, he was shot to death. His family has notified the state and city officials about an upcoming lawsuit claiming negligence. He said the city is refusing to release documents at this point. No police video, no video, because the pending criminal case is with a minor. Teen is charged as an adult, but his defense attorneys hope to move the case to juvenile court, which makes sense to me. I don't know why they don't understand that. I'm not going to say understand. I don't know why it is in Maryland. Let me say that I'm expected to run from somebody as opposed to defend myself.
Yes.
So this man gets out of his vehicle, and I'm going to say my opinion and where I stand. You get out of a vehicle, you swing in your bat. Who were you going to hit? Am I to wait for you to hit me with the bat? No, I'm supposed to just run off. So to me, maybe more than one shot was overkill, but I mean, don't go around. You on this side, you make a whole U-turn, park your vehicle to come back to where the kids are. You wanted that smoke in somebody. I don't know who.
Yeah, I feel like
the smoke he was looking for.
I feel like he provoked whatever the situation was. He provoked it even more when he returned with that baseball bat. Coming back with a baseball bat. You did not coming back with the baseball bat. You were not coming back to resolve.
I will say this though, and this is not a knock against anybody, but Maryland self-defense law, because it is a self-defense law, contrary to what people believe, but it's not called a self-defense law. It's called the right to retreat. And that law states that if I run up on you with a weapon and a baseball bat, and you have a obligation to run, to get away, that's what your first obligation should be, is to get away from me wielding that bat on you. Now, if I keep aggressing you as you're trying to flee, then you have the right to murder me. That's what the law states.
You
I
remix.
don't know if all that transpired because if I'm that
Honey,
guy
can you not hear in your
and
earphones? Because we hear you.
I'm
We
talking
hear
about the
you
young
well.
kid, and someone
Yeah.
runs down on me with a baseball bat, if I take 2 steps and you keep coming, I'm gonna put that pistol on
Tony, hello.
because at that, where am I gonna
Hello.
retreat to? Where am I gonna go? I can't turn and
Hello.
run from you because you could hit me in the back of the head with the baseball.
He just keep going the whole time. I don't know if it's because he at work and he can't hear, but if he can cut you off to say what he has to say, I know he can hear. And that's not what we doing over here as far as radio. Can you hear now, Tony?
Can y'all hear me? Can
we
y'all hear
heard
me?
you, but you couldn't hear us.
I can't hear y'all.
See?
Can you hear? You can't hear us at all.
Put one finger up.
Not put
I
one
knew he
finger
couldn't
up.
hear me because I just want him. I want us all to be heard. So he cut in on me. He ended up cutting in on you, and then you can't stop. No, we gonna have to do this better.
You gonna say that's not what we doing over here?
Yeah, that's not what we do over here.
All right, can y'all hear me?
I think it's because he at work. I don't know.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear us now?
I can hear you. What? Is that what you say?
This is what I'm saying. We're gonna do the same thing we've been doing. We're gonna listen to each other. You cut me off, you cut Chanel off, and you just going. Then I'm like, you wait a minute, hold on, because you remixing it. Slow down.
I didn't even hear none of that. I was talking the whole time and didn't even hear y'all, and now y'all probably wasn't hearing me.
Oh, we heard you.
We heard you,
Everybody
but you
heard.
didn't hear us.
Yeah. People that.
Oh, I apologize. I totally apologize. I didn't know I cut y'all off because I couldn't hear y'all. I just started talking.
Lord, because I don't want us to go too far off into Tony's feelings and
No. That was totally.
He works for the Department of Water Works, and he's a police and he's the firefighter. And I know he knows all the laws.
Now he's a Jamaican with 20 hats, 20 jobs.
Listen, it wasn't Tony feelings. I was just stating the actual law and that I wouldn't
That's not
run.
the actual law. You just remixed it, son. Listen,
No.
And I know this because my son.
What I remixed?
I know this because my son is in some mess because he could have left the situation. Now had his back been against the wall and he couldn't turn right or turn left, then he had the right to defend himself.
That's what I said.
So it was a little. No, you say your first duty is to run.
That
sentence is nowhere near that.
No, I didn't say to run. I'm saying that the law is called to retreat.
You said run.
I'm saying I'm not going to turn and run. The law is to retreat. If you cannot retreat, then you can defend yourself.
We had this discussion already on another show.
But I'm saying I'm not going to run.
That's exactly what you said.
Hey, that's what I'm saying.
However, I'm just going to sum this up with don't bring her back to a gunfight. That's just it. That's just it. That's all. And I don't want to seem insensitive to the man, but I'm always going to stand on what's right. Okay? He had no business parking his vehicle to go back around and getting out. You a group of kids? How many people was you going to be able to put that back before somebody did something? Yeah. So
and then what would have happened if that gentleman would have hit that child with that bat and killed him?
Exactly. Now, they could have taken the bat from him and beat him with it. All of them. You know what I mean? If nobody over there had a gun. So in this situation, it's just a lose-lose situation.
Right.
At the end of the day. But he could have went on about his business and, the family, nobody would be sad. Nobody would be saying, oh, he missed their father. He would still be home. If they broke a windshield, they banged on his windshield, broke a windshield wiper. Once he made that U-turn, he could have went on home.
Right.
Or he could have just got on the belt. I don't know where the man was going. But he could have continued on once he got past. I have had some situations where I'm like, man, these squeegee kids, listen. But I give them that look. No. My whole vehicle is dirty. I don't need you to clean.
I never had any issues with him. Whenever I come up on him or and I tell them, no, I'm good or whatever, I wave them off. Like, I never had no issues with none of them at all, ever.
I just hate that heart mess. Don't put no heart on my windshield. I don't like that. If I say no, then you want to put the heart like, oh, thank you. No, don't do it.
You is crazy.
Other than that, I'm good. You know what I mean? I ride past them all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't ever see me wanting to get out my vehicle and hit them with a baton, hit them with my mace, hit them with
Yeah.
a bat.
Yeah.
And why you have a bat in your car? What, you a baseball coach?
Or was
Yeah,
you
I'm
just
not gonna go there.
automatically knowing that I want some static from anybody that I come into contact with?
However, I'm just gonna pray for the best outcome of this.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's gonna be paying some money. I don't know who the family is suing. I guess the city and the state. They suing everybody, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, to ask Tony his last words. We just going. What's your last words, Chanel?
Listen, all I could do is pray for both families because it's a tremendous loss on both sides. I just pray that the kid get the right legal counsel and that the facts are just proven in court. You know what I mean?
All right, come on, Tony, with your last words. Let's go.
Oh yeah, I'm with Chanel. I just want the young man to be represented the correct way, not that they Wendell and whatchamacallit make a mockery out of it in a movie because they rest out wanting people to come do documentaries and shit. Put all that shit to the side. Represent this young man to the fullest of your ability without getting all the politics involved and give him a fair opportunity to rehabilitate his life. Because
So who you
regardless
think
of
gonna
what,
get the politics involved? I'm confused. Who are you talking about? You talking about Warren Brown?
oh yeah, they already done put out for people to come and do documentary and shit on the young man, on the case and everything. Let's keep the politics out of it right now. Let's get this young man a fair trial. When they put the politics in it, they're gonna use that to
It
make an
becomes
example
something.
out of it.
Yeah,
They're gonna make an
that's
example
true.
out of him. Let's not get the politics involved. Let's give a young man a fair opportunity at it. Let him
Where
go
did
through
you
his
read
trial.
that? I didn't see that.
On Jay Wendell's Twitter page, he definitely asked for a lot of people to come so they can do a documentary on his case. Jay Wendell Gordon Twitter page, his Instagram, all that. It's put out there. You can Google it. He definitely asked for it.
Oh,
Definitely did.
I want to make note of this.
Yeah, definitely did.
Okay, I was
And I
like,
found out about this today. It blew my mind when I found out about it today. It really did.
okay, cool. So, okay, well, I got my co-host. So, she was so pressed to get up here. Say hi. Okay, so listen, you guys. We're gonna move on to the next topic, which is about Elaine Jackson. It ties into domestic violence. She was a Maryland Transit administration driver. Let me say that. MTA bus driver for those, who are familiar with MTA. I just wanted to get it all the way out because some people always be like, what is MTA? So she was shot and killed at the South Baltimore location.
Bush Street.
They say she died at the hospital. I do have a family member that actually worked there. This was traumatizing to a lot of people. The detectives are still searching for this murderer. I'm gonna say nice, not nice things, but I'm gonna not cuss. I was hoping Tony wouldn't, but he did. She had been a driver for 4 years for the agency. She was granted a restraining order against her suspected killer 4 days before she was killed. This is according to court documents, court records. So she was 40 years old and killed on October 18th. Her alleged killer or suspected killer, his name is Leon Douglas Hill, 53 years old. He's a co-worker of hers. she had recently gotten a peace order against him, and some statements in there is like, whoa. When I was reading it, it's like, he told her if he couldn't have her, no one could, which is, oh my,
ridiculous.
oh my. So she started the peace order saying that they had became friends again earlier this year after having some differences. She wrote that he would buy her gifts, including money, and then she told him they can only be friends because Jackson was already in a relationship. So in my research, I don't know if she was like in a relationship or she was married, because then it says that she also wrote Hill allegedly began calling and texting her, demanding money and threatening to contact her husband. On October the 12th, Jackson said in the peace order that Hill followed her to her car, demanding she speak to him. She told him to leave her alone. But it also says she was calling him and her husband. I mean, calling her and her husband. So this guy was just like, he had it bad.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. And he's still on the run. So last thing I'm going to say before I, you guys get to speak on, your opinion on this. It says detectives believe Hill killed Jackson and have issued a warrant for his arrest. He is still currently at large. This is what blows my mind. The order was dismissed, the peace order, on October 21st because Jackson did not appear to court. How could she appear? He had already killed her.
Right. Wow.
So what are they talking about?
Wow.
What are we really talking about? Now, this is definitely one of the worst cases. Now, he didn't physically abuse her up until that day, but that one statement, if I can't have you, nobody can. That right there sends chills up my back. No man has ever said that to me, and I pray that they never do. I'm praying for her family, her children, anybody attached to her that know her. She was young. I believe she had 4 kids.
I think it said 3. I think I read she had 3 kids.
Yeah, but I'm friends with a lot of people.
And she was 40 years old.
Yes, it's 4 kids.
Oh, 4.
I've seen a lot of people who were closer than I was. Maybe she had one after. But even you and I, we've been knowing each other for years, but time may lapse where we don't talk and then we talk again. So maybe she had one after. I don't know.
Right. Sad.
So, I believe her police report. Her restraining order. But do you believe restraining orders matter?
No, I don't.
Matter.
And they don't, because people view them as just a piece of paper. Like, some people know, they know the law, they know what it entails, they know that nothing is done about restraining orders. 9 times out of 10, nothing is ever done about restraining with restraining orders until after the person dies.
Yeah.
Or not after, eventually the person dies.
Because it don't stop the violence.
No, it don't. It don't.
I'm gonna take y'all back to something. I don't know how many years ago it was, but a guy and a lady, him and his wife, had went to the final protection order at North Avenue Court, and after the protection order was granted, he came outside of the courthouse and killed her right in front of the courthouse.
Yeah, he threw something. I think it was gas or something. He threw on it and lit it on fire.
Yeah, but I believe it was one more recent than that, when it was a restraining order, and this guy, I believe I want to say he was a doctor or something. I know he worked in the medical field, But he went to his ex-wife's house, left the kids in the car, and killed her.
I remember that one.
I think he killed her and himself.
Mhm.
Yep.
Mhm.
Those restraining orders, they take
All
you
of
to power,
all of
but
it
you
is
never know somebody's mental state.
all they is a piece of paper, and they hope that people will abide by that piece of paper in fear of not going to jail. But that shit don't work. Like
No,
I'm
it
telling
don't.
you, people go down there and put restraining orders on people just for shits and giggles, just to laugh at. You know
Or
what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Tony owed us $1 every time he comes.
Yes,
I apologize, but that's what it is. They go down there and get
that's
them
the truth.
papers, and so nobody respects them. There's no fear put in people's heart
Mhm.
when them papers come. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
then when you go to
Mhm.
court, and you got to prove your case in the lady or the guy, but it's mostly women putting them against men. When you got to go to
Mhm.
court and prove your case, the judge sit up there with an attitude like you wasting their time while you trying to plead your
Mhm.
case, and then they stand there and says, "Well, I don't think that's enough to grant you this paperwork." Or they'll say, "We'll grant you this paperwork with the exclusions or the restrictions of." And it's like the guys have
Mhm.
no fear of it because it's like, all right, the judge don't believe it because the story don't make sense, the storyline. But
That's true.
you know what I'm saying? And in all our cases, we all had ugly breakups where we was done with a person and we might have snuck back and slept with them a time or two. You know what I mean? But that still don't give a man or a woman the right
Yep.
to
Yep.
try to control you. You know what I'm saying? And in that
My
situation,
husband.
whatever the situation was, like I don't know, I'm not going to speculate, I'm not going to go off of anything.
Mhm.
Whatever that situation was, when that lady told him to leave her alone, he should have just
Mhm.
shut up, walked
And
away, and left
yep.
that lady alone.
So my husband, of course, I know, you probably heard me speak about my husband, and I lost him earlier this year or whatever. But my husband told me that before, like, if he can't have me, nobody can, the whole, kit and caboodle. But and to be truthfully honest, I didn't take it serious. I never took it serious. So I don't know if something would have happened that he wasn't happy with, if he would have actually took it to that level, because he's definitely told me that several times. And after hearing, like, I'm just like, wait a minute, is he serious? Or but then I never thought about it again.
I wouldn't
But
put that
now,
past anybody if
but
they say that to me because you don't know what's going on in a person's brain.
hmm
That's what I'm saying. That
but
mental,
it's
that
like,
mental
but
part, and
it's
I
like
don't know
now,
what. Listen,
it's like
I
now
think
that I'm seeing more and more and more. Not that I've always seen, like, certain situations with domestic violence. And but it's like now that I'm seeing it more and more and more, and I'm hearing certain things that that's going on, certain things that's being said. It just made me think about that when Monica was saying that, like, I never had nobody say that to me. So then I'm thinking, like, well, wait a minute, have I ever had anybody? But then I have. My husband has said that to me a lot of times, and it made me think while we was talking about having this conversation, like I just said, if it was ever something that happened between me and him that he was unhappy about, or that might have made him angry, would he had, done something to me or himself? And another reason I say that is because in my husband's family, it's kind of like, so his uncle killed himself and his wife. Then matter of fact, he had two uncles that killed themselves and their wife. Then he had another uncle that killed himself because of his wife. So that kind of like thing, that's like a thing
listen.
in their
Don't hurt me.
family.
Hurt yourself if you want to hurt anybody. Don't,
So,
don't
so
take
when
me.
my husband was, so when he would say that, I'm like, like I said, at first I didn't used to think nothing of it, and so he would say it a lot, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe you would, because that's just something that you're used to. That's the toxic part, of your family that you're used to seeing. So maybe you do think that that's okay. But then after I talked about it, I never thought about it again until just now.
Wow,
Yeah,
wow. Well, I'm glad y'all was together. Yeah,
yeah,
that's all I'm saying. 'Cause, wow.
yeah.
I don't know how. I mean, I'm saying how I would react, but I don't know. I don't know. I know jail is not for me. I don't think I would survive not one day.
Mm-hmm.
I would have something done because it wouldn't. Ooh,
Yeah.
my. I don't have.
Let me ask both of y'all a question though. Now we spoke about the young lady, and of course my condolences to her family, her children, and everybody. And we spoke about the gentleman, but what do you guys think her husband is feeling? Her significant other is feeling at this time?
He can have mixed feelings though, because it's a lot of things being said to make it seem like he was messing with him, with the ex, during the time that she was messing with the husband.
Mm-hmm.
So he can have. I mean, of course he's hurt. He loves her. He married her. If he's actually her husband, and if he's not her
Mm-hmm.
husband, I don't know. Because some places they say she's in a relationship. Some say her marriage. And in the
Mm-hmm.
event, this is the person she was with. And
Mm-hmm.
then to hear the rumors or read the rumors online that she was dealing with this man, or still even accepting gifts. Why are you accepting gifts from this
Mm-hmm.
man?
Mm-hmm.
He's your past. So
Mm-hmm.
he's probably torn. I'm sure he's torn. I'm sure he's hurt. I'm definitely
Mm-hmm.
praying for him as well. And like I said, anybody
Right.
attached to him, I just can't
Right.
imagine.
Yeah, that just as a guy, I'm speaking from a guy. If I'm dealing with a woman and in her death, unfortunate of how I find out that there may have been a chance of infidelity, oh my God, that's gonna make me feel so less of a man. Because what was I not doing to make her go mess with this clown? You know what I'm saying? Like I know he's going through it. I know he's going through it. I just pray that his family and her family reach out and comfort him and surround him and pour love on him.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? In that time of hurt, because hey, listen, he going through it. There ain't
He
no
gonna
way,
need it.
shape, fashion, or
Mm-hmm.
form. Yes, he's going through it. Especially in these
Mm-hmm.
circumstances, to find out that your spouse or girlfriend allegedly was having an affair with someone else and this caused her death. Oh my God,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
man,
I
man,
agree.
whew,
I agree with you, Tony. He gonna definitely need some extra support.
that's a tough pill to swallow. And I hope that all the rumors is false, and I hope that it just was a guy that was just, you know what I'm saying, trying to wheel his way back in or something. You know what I mean? As unfortunate as it is, and all the rumors and allegedness and all that stuff like that, whatever the case may be, the guy's a clown. He's a moron. He's everything except for a man. Like you kill a woman because she don't want you. That's the worst person in the world to me.
I just hope they find him, and I hope that he's brought to justice, and I hope that her family gets some justice.
I hope. Well, I agree. I was about to say something out of the world, but I agree.
Okay, yeah. Just leave it at that. My fellow Ravens fans, we're getting closer to that time, so we're gonna run into this guy. I made a post earlier this week, and I said I was tired of hearing about this guy because I am. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and I said this guy. I'll say his name in a second. He's a nuisance. I don't
Big
know.
time.
I don't know if he's. I don't know what he's speaking because I refuse to listen to it. Listen, but
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Kanye, okay. I don't know if he
Ah,
been Kardashian or however they say it, whatever they
not
say,
Kardashian.
whatever they say. Listen, I've been seeing, oh, Kanye been speaking facts. He he told y'all what his plan was 3 years ago. Listen, that man to me he has been mentally unstable since
Mm-hmm.
his mother passed away.
Yes, I agree.
So like I can't hear anything he's saying because I feel like he has never gotten mental health treatment.
Mm-hmm.
Once he gets that, I might listen. But right now, can't hear him.
Mm-hmm.
My ears are turned off to him. So maybe y'all. See what I mean? So maybe y'all, you guys, let me not say y'all. Maybe Tony, Chanel, and Don McKay have something to say about this guy. Because I don't.
So
I'm gonna
I
say
pretty
he's a
much
moron.
He been wanting to be a Donald Trump. He been wanting to be a house ninja for so long. Like, come on now.
I'm
And yes, I
Kanye.
said ninja.
feel like he's spiraling out of control. He does have mental issues and all of that. But I pretty much read somewhere that he kind of staged this because he wanted to be out of those deals. I don't know how true that is because I agree with Monica. Ever since his mother passed, I feel like he has been having some serious mental issues and he has never gotten the help that he needs for them.
At all.
But I do believe that he's brilliant. His mind, and as far as his craft, he's brilliant to me. But again, I can't see the craft because I'm so blinded by all of the semantics.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that it has anything to do with them contracts. I think he was just speaking out of his neck, honestly. And I'm Kanye mute. Like I'm tired of the guy. I've been tired of the guy. You know what I'm saying? My thing is this: I'm not the smartest person in the world, but if you're in a
Mm-hmm.
contract with someone and they're not living up to their end of the contract, it's supposed to be stipulations in there to get you out of the contract. Sue them, go to
Mm-hmm.
court, get out of it. Doing what he did to get out of the contracts only give those people the doorway to sue him to get their money
Mm-hmm.
back. So that wasn't
So,
brilliant. That was stupidity. And then the
so
day or yesterday or whatever it was, he go in there and apologize to the Jewish community. Well,
wait a
why you
minute.
didn't apologize? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. So what I read, I pretty much read a little bit about it, and I read that far as his Gap contract after December the 15th, he'll own all of his royalties or whatever from that. So at the end of the day, from what it's looking like, money wise, it looks like he's lost, but he's really gained because everything is his.
Listen,
So
I don't
answer
know
this.
too much. I don't know too much. Don McKay has spoken to him numerous times. So maybe he'll get on here and shed some of his insight.
But I got a question for Miss Chanel.
But listen, I've also read that he does not own. Somebody said he owns Yeezy, but then I heard that he didn't. The brand name. So
No,
I don't listen. I don't know. I
so
don't
from
know.
what I read,
I
he
heard he
owns
didn't read
Yeezy.
contracts. He signed and signed and he signed. He
He
owns
owns
part of
he
5%
owns
of
the
one of
word.
Kim Kardashian companies, the Skims.
So
But
he owns the word Yeezy, but he doesn't own the design, if that makes sense. He owns the word Yeezy as far as his Adidas contract. That's how come they're able to keep reproducing that shoe, but just they just take the name off because he owns the name as far as that goes.
the name, where's the name on the shoe?
I'm just saying as far as his name being associated with that I guess with that design.
It'll come out eventually what the
Then I
contract
read
actually was
and
because
then I
there's too
read
many
it.
things being said.
And then I read as far as the Gap, like I said, the one with Gap that he has. I read as far as that one. Right now, he doesn't own anything from that one. But as of December the 15th of this year, then he'll own all of the, he'll own all of everything from that as well.
But
So
if
now it's
that's
just,
if
and
that
then I also heard that he's supposedly showed up at like Sketches or somewhere, trying to get them to kind of I guess pick up his his designs or whatever, and they put him out before he can even get anywhere near the
Nobody's not
door.
picking it up. Not even TJ Maxx. I
Yes.
so
saw
I got a
TJ
question.
Maxx.
I got a I got a question. If he is scheduled to own all of his stuff December the 15th, what he's
Mhm.
doing, I'm sure is something in that contract for gross misconduct. That should void that of him getting the ownership.
So
You know
I'm
them people
figuring,
protected themselves.
yes.
So
Yeah,
So
it's like
I'm
different people
that's why I'm
speaking
saying
out.
I don't think that was smart because
I'm
I'm
figuring that.
sure it's gross misconduct clause in there.
Mhm. So I
Oh,
was going to
sure.
say, so I believe that it's a certain type of clause in the contract. I believe you, Tony, on that. But I'm like going off of what I read. You know what I mean? That's pretty much what it was saying that as of December the 15th, he will, he'll own, his I guess his shares or his, whatever he has in Gap. but I'm quite sure it's something for that misconduct.
And now this is the other thing. If this was all staged, why did he, after everybody dropped him, even his lawyer and Jay-Z dropped him, after everybody dropped him, why do you go issue an apology to the Jewish people if this was all staged, but you don't issue an apology to the black community of who you brutally offended? You
Right.
brutally offended the black people. You know what I'm saying? And like,
He was
I
told
don't
to
get
do
it.
it.
So this is what I feel like,
He was
and
told to do it.
like, I'm not. I was ready to say, yeah, I'm not taking up for him because I feel like he's a grade A, you know what, as well. But I'm just going off of just things that I've been researching and reading and things like that. So I pretty much feel like the reason why he didn't apologize to black people is because he feels like we weren't there for him. We let him down. I'm just speaking on what I've been reading. He feels like nobody had his back. Everybody left him hanging. But again, as far as the Jewish community, he was told to do that. Because
Okay,
wait a minute.
so
Hold on.
based on what you said,
Hold on.
he said,
Wait a minute.
"Hey, Kanye showed up."
Listen.
Yeah, that's what we saying.
I feel like Kanye let me down. When I
Oh my
needed my
God.
rent paid, he didn't pay it. I don't know you. I don't owe you nothing. He's talking about the black people let him down.
I swear to God, we was on the same page.
We don't
I'm
owe
just
you
saying
anything.
because I read something. I think I read something that he had an interview or something, and that's what he said out of his own mouth that he feels like, the black community let him down.
Okay, I'm with Monica. How have we let him down? He let us down because he's not out there giving back to the community and sending kids to college and school like LeBron and Kobe and Master P and Wiz
I'm
Khalifa and all
completely
them
with you
people.
and Monica.
So how is we as the community letting him down? You're the rich person. You're the billionaire status. You're the one that made it from where we at to that elite level. You're supposed to represent us way better than going out there with Candace Owens putting on White Lives Matter shirts.
Yeah.
Come on, you
Right.
spit in the
Holding
face.
hands and kissing Donald Trump.
You spit in the face of
And
black people
listen,
consistently.
let's not
And we
forget. Let's
still
not
buy
forget.
your music. We still buy your
I'm
shoes.
not.
We still buy your clothes. And you keep spitting in our face. And I'm saying our as the culture of black people because he pissed
not
me
forget
off.
the comment that he made about George Floyd. So that took it over the top right there for me. That it was that comment for me that he
I didn't
couldn't,
hear about the comment, but I didn't hear him say it because I'm just so uninterested. I feel like until
He said it on
gets
Drink
his
Champs and they took the
treatment, I can't hear nothing he's saying because I feel like he's speaking through his mental illness. He is not speaking like from his
from
heart,
a sane mind,
from knowledge. Just like he is mentally ill. It's very clear. He needs some kind of treatment. People that are close to him need to do an intervention.
Who's close to him anymore? Who's close to him anymore? Nobody.
I don't know. Candace and them is. Donald Trump is.
Candace using him to his advantage. Donald Trump
they are all using him to their advantage.
Donald Trump cut ties with him. Ivanka cut ties with him.
Because he don't have the black people. So what advantage?
His managers cut him.
I don't know.
I don't want no beef, Kanye. You ain't gotta keep popping up, bro.
Right. 2024 had on. Right.
Listen, I don't even know how this guy even. And the end of it all, this guy needs a serious intervention, and I don't know who in his camp that can intervene with him. Like, I don't know. Like, everybody been separated from him. Everybody. Every time I look on my news feed or I look on Google looking for something, or you on the news site, someone else then cut ties with Kanye. Kanye lawyer then dropped him. All the music streams and took his albums off. Like that's like, come on, man. This guy is like someone said it earlier. He's spiraling out of control, and I think Kim leaving him, and that's another thing. He did something that was so foul that I stopped messing with him. Was when Kim left him, he brought the house across the street from her and sit on his steps and watch her go in and out and all that crazy shit, crazy stuff. Like that's psychopath stuff to me.
Yeah.
That's where I cut ties with him. And then when he said about the black people genocide, that's when I became mute to him. Like,
Hmm.
come on, you ain't got to disrespect us like that, bro. We know what our
I
faults are.
definitely hope. I definitely hope that somebody steps in and gives him, some type of and helps him get some type of help,
It's
some
not
type
gonna
of
happen.
resolve.
It's sad because when the kids get a little older, they gonna, right now they just like daddy. When they get a little older, it's gonna be not too good.
Bad.
Bad.
Yes, bad.
They're gonna be, I don't wanna go with daddy.
Somebody should have intervened him when he walked through that damn basketball game with them big ass space shoes on and that big fur coat. And it's like 90 degrees inside of the arena. He walking
Right,
in
did
there
he
like
have
this.
on a ski mask or something? I
Yeah,
mean, his whole face and everything was covered.
yeah. Someone should have grabbed him down and took him under
Why?
the bleachers.
Why?
Let's just pray for him.
It's attention. It's attention. That's what it is. It's attention seeking. And the only thing I can do is say a prayer for him because I'm not gonna keep praying for him. I'm gonna say a prayer for him that God control that God intervenes in his life and does something. But I'm like Kanye to me is like Donald Trump. No space.
Mm.
Nah, I don't know. I feel like Kanye trying to be that house ninja.
Mm.
I mean,
That's fine.
I feel like he definitely has a mental illness, but to some extent, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he did.
Um,
Yeah, he did.
but I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, I haven't listened to his any interview he has done. I just see little
They
clips
took them all
from
down.
the places that I follow. I just see little clips. Who dropped them? Who this? Who that? That's all I see.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm okay with it.
You okay with
Diamond
that?
K. Diamond K, come on in here. Give us your 2 cents.
Right. I've been asking him to speak on this. He's been talking
Yeah.
on this man for so long.
Well, I
He
mean,
was just laughing at one of his clips.
yeah, it's just I was just setting up another show started at 8:00, so I just had set that up so they had to go on air. I mean it's I would say it's unfortunate, but I mean this is the path that he's already been on. Y'all remember he was wearing a Confederate flag and he said slavery was a choice and
Oh yes, he did. Oh my God, yes.
yeah, I mean he's done a lot. This ain't it's just like he continuously doing things. And this is just the result of his actions. He thought, to Monica's point, he thought that he was special. He thought that he was like Trump. He could just say whatever, do whatever, and it wasn't gonna be no repercussions. And and while he was saying stuff offending black people, that was the case. There was no real repercussions. And then the crazy thing happened. He said something against the wrong group. See, the difference between black people and Jewish people is black people, we'll take them back. We'll make excuses for him. Oh, it's his mom. It's his mother. Oh, he just want to see his daughter, like he on the Oval or something. And you know what I mean? I just want to see my daughter. You know what I mean? Like, he's going to make excuses for, Kanye got $1 billion. He can say whatever he wants. Black people do that.
True.
But the Jewish people and the LGBTQ folks, when you offend them, they hold you accountable. They hit you in your pocket. They go after
But you notice he haven't hit the alphabet crew. He has not
said nothing about
the
FBI, CIA.
They coming hard.
DEA, CDC, or the LGBTQ. He ain't say
It's
nothing
gonna
about
be
no
a problem. Yeah,
He ain't gonna get with none of them because they don't play.
He's scared and shook.
My cousin
He's scared and shook.
He
But yeah, so that's the thing is I don't think he planned to do this because there's a whole lot of Yeezy merchandise that's unsold, and those big corporations they can just say they can just take the L and do the tax write-off on all that unsold stuff. This is affecting him, and he didn't have $1 billion. That was just net worth. That's not money in the bank. That's just net worth. And so when he loses these deals, it takes his money down. So all these people was like, oh, Kanye got this and Kanye got that. Kanye don't have that. if Kanye had really had it, he wouldn't be going down sketches. I guess he gonna go to Pro Kids and Converse
Right,
next. Like,
right.
please hook up with. He ain't got no factories. He can't mass produce none of that stuff. You know what I mean? He got some drawing. He drew in a little notebook, one of North's notebooks or something. This is a shoe I want to make.
Did you say one of North's notebooks?
Yeah, this is a dumbass boot I want to make. And then he go to these people, and then they make the boots. But now he can't get the stuff made. He can't get none of this. That's why he went to sketches. You know what I mean? And they like, oh, come in here. Because, here's the thing. Sketches owned by Jewish people. A lot of those companies are owned by Jewish people. And if you got to do business with them, why are you talking crazy?
They said he walked into their building unannounced, and before he can get past the door, they was turning him right on around like, see you later, sir.
This shit was grand opening, grand closing. And what he should have been doing is instead of buying a house cross street from Kim Kardashian, he should have bought some factories and some manufacturing so he can make his own stuff. He can't make his own stuff.
Or he should have went to a psychiatrist.
Or just keep your mouth shut. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If he go to a psychiatrist or a therapist, he can vent there.
Well, he had a deal with Def Jam, which was up last year, and he still had a label. He had a label deal with Def Jam, and that's how they released Pusha T's album this year. And there was some other albums they were going to release. That ain't going to happen. But Kanye was signed directly to Def Jam, not to Good Music, which is his record company. But I mean, I don't feel sorry for him because. I just don't like he grown, so it's just like he an adult like anybody else. His mother passed, other people's mothers passed. That don't mean that you got license to just act a fool. And if you do act a fool, stuff happens to you. So it's just I mean, if you need help, get help.
I'm not saying I feel sorry for him either. However, I am saying that those things can be traumatizing no matter the age.
Yes,
I just feel like he needs treatment. And if he's never been treated, if you don't be treated for anything, it's just you're going downhill. Yeah. You're just like, and he don't realize he have a problem, just like a drug addict. If they don't realize they have a problem, they're not going to get the help. Right. So until he realizes he have a problem, he won't get the help.
That's true.
However, you guys, y'all can talk all night about Kanye.
Sad but true, and the game has.
But it's gonna have to be without me because I just watched the kickoff and everything.
The game has stiggity started, as Dawson French said.
I was hoping Duvernay ran it back, but he didn't.
Oh, but look, I'm about to jump out of here, Jen. I'm about to leave y'all here. Y'all can talk about Kanye because I'm Kanye mute.
Anyway, y'all listen for our viewers. Okay, I want to thank you all for tuning in. It has been a joy. We can continue to commenting on the video, and I'm sure we'll all, one of us will respond. We like to talk, clearly. Yeah. However, I also like the Ravens. So real quick, you can follow the radio station. You can follow the radio show at SWAT Radio Show on Facebook and Instagram. You can follow me, Monica WLS and the number 2 on Instagram and TikTok. Chanel.
You can follow me at Chanel Mabry News on Facebook and Rise_sister_CJ_wife_ on Instagram.
Tony Berger on all social media platforms.
You know what, you guys? I forgot to add. I did change the name on Twitter, so now it's Swap Radio on Twitter as well. But y'all, we're gonna be here. We did have a little break because my baby is a senior, so I had some senior activities going on, so we couldn't get on here in the evening. She's a volleyball player, so we had all that going on. But we're back every Thursday at 7 p.m. right here. If Lamar don't throw the ball. So listen, y'all, as y'all can tell, I'm into the game. Everybody knows it. Have on my bracelets. Y'all check out, what's her name? Sylvia Foster. My granddaughter has the other one. Yeah, she hooked me up with this bracelet. Y'all see that?
Yeah, nice.
Oh, all right. All right. All right, y'all. Until next time, walk by faith, not by sight. Peace.
Good night.
Good night, y'all. Good night. Good night, y'all. Good night.
Looking for food that feeds your soul? Hoodfellas Bistro and Catering is your local African-American owned restaurant offering American cuisine. Located across from the courthouse, we offer daily jury specials to reward civic duty. Enjoy our full-service restaurant and fully stocked bar. Dine in, pick up, delivery, and catering. Our themed happy hours feature live music, handcrafted drinks, and weekly specials. Book your private event at hoodfellowsbistrocatering.com.
Today's bro-
Wait, I was trying to take that picture.
Today's broadcast was brought to you in part by City View Bar and Grill. City View is a family-friendly, casual dining bar and restaurant, providing high-quality food and good old-fashioned friendly service. At City View Bar and Grill, you can live every hour like it's happy hour. The food is mouth-watering, the atmosphere is fun, energetic, and mature. Located at 6700 Security Boulevard in Gwynn Oak, Maryland, a.k.a. Woodlawn, it is the City View Bar and Grill. Stop in today or visit cityviewmd.com. That's cityviewmd.com.
Visit OnFireTV.com for live top stories, breaking news, and original